Are you struggling to listen? Then this inner work session is for you. Now, the theme of this inner work session is about listening, your ability to direct your mind or energy. So let's find out what's going on with your power within and how your power is affecting your ability to make decisions and take actions to receive what you require in your life. Now, listening is an art. It's about listening from your heart. It requires you to be intentional with directing your mind and energy to get an understanding, a comprehension of what is being communicated internally and externally so that you can expect results that are for your highest good. So how are you choosing to listen from your heart, direct your mind and energy to get an understanding of what is being communicated to you? Now, a wise choice is effective and intelligent, but in order to make a wise choice, you have to have the power of discerning. You have to start recognizing the difference between what is truth and the ability to make a decision based on that truth that is accurate and fair. And this is where looking at your power within will help you. Now, your power within is comprised of your mind, your body, and your spirit. And your power of choice fuels your thoughts, your emotions, and the behaviors that you express. When you don't use your full capacity, your intelligence to comprehend general truths in order to become disciplined with paying attention to what is being communicated so that you don't continue to abandon the outcomes that are for your highest good, then it will cause you to fall victim of expecting the worst. Now, if you're new to this channel, then welcome to Divine Blueprint, where we help you to empower your power of choice as you awaken the divine design in you. And if you're not new, then welcome back and don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Now, just a reminder, this inner work session can also be used at any time as part of your inner work for your self-discovery and healing journey. Now, here are a few items that you'll need to continue this inner work session. You'll need a notebook or a journal, something to write with, some tea or a beverage of your choice, and a candle, and your human design blueprint. Now, if you're new to human design, you can get a free human design blueprint online. And we also offer a human design foundational workshop every month to help you to understand how to read your own energy so that you can learn how to manage it and use your power of choice to make the decisions and take the actions that are specifically to you. So check out the link in the description box to learn how you can enroll into our upcoming workshop. Now, the power of your choice is a key component of your life, and the energy that helps to influence these choices have made an energetic shift from needs to listener. Now, before we get into this energetic shift about listener, let me start this inner work session by asking you this. What decisions have you made that resulted in you not getting the outcome you didn't expect due to you not listening, not directing your mind or energy, and causing you to abandon your ability to make a wise choice? Why did you make that decision? And how did you feel when you made it and after you made it? Who or what was impacted by that decision? And how did it affect your mind, your body, and your spirit? What was it that you didn't listen to that made you misinterpret the choice? And last, what area of your life has misinterpreting this choice caused you to abandon it? Now, the reason why you abandoned it is because during the time of the decision, you were living in your shadow. So let me explain. Now, your very first training of how to listen was taught to you by your family, your tribe, and based on their listening style is how you learn to listen to everything around you. You then took that listening style to school. You used it in your relationship, you took it to work, and so forth. Now, depending on the listening style, determine how you were able to direct your mind and energy to listen with your heart to get an understanding of how to use your power of choice to push your life forward. Now, at some point in your life, your listening style caused you to make a decision and take an action that was misdirected. And this was due to you not listening with your heart. And as a result of this misdirection, it caused you to experience an outcome that you didn't expect and therefore making you feel unstable and insecure. Now, because of this outcome, it has caused you to become fearful, lacking trust in your decision making, delaying your actions, always expecting the worst, and making you a worrier. Now, this worry energy limits your power of choice, and it causes you to become a victim of it and abandon your listening to direct your life to where you are required to go. Now, this worrying is also known as a crisis, and it is what helps to maintain your shadow. This is the part of yourself that you reject. This is the constant doubt, the uncertainty, the non-believer, the lack of discernment, the misinterpretation, and misdirection of the communication. So let me ask you another set of questions. Are you tired of living in your shadow? Are you tired of living in crisis mode and always worrying? Are you tired of constantly feeling powerless and having to expect the worst? Are you ready to grab hold of your life and start listening to what is being communicated to you? Now, if you answer yes, then I would like to invite you into my 9-week mentorship program called The Time for You. And this mentorship program is an intimate program that is limited to a small group of people so that we can focus on strengthening your internal boundaries, which allows you to be intentional with your power of choice. Now, your internal boundaries are connected to your values, how you get your needs met, your mission, the direction of your life, and your vision, the ideals and inspirations that you receive. And the strength of all these are necessary when you are making decisions and taking actions because they help you to see and accept the truth. So to learn more about this program and to secure your seat, then click the link in the description box to be taken to our online university. Now let me explain this energetic shift. Now this energetic shift is based on the human design gates, which is shifted from gate 19 needs located in the root center to gate 13 listener, also known as empathy, which is located in the identity center. Now previously, when this energy was in gate 19 needs, it had us reflecting on the following. Do you feel capable of getting your needs met? What does the irritation feel like, the emotions that you are experiencing when you are not capable of getting your needs met? What choices would you have to make to start feeling capable? What beliefs contributed to the irritation and is causing you to abandon your needs? What truths would you have to accept to allow yourself to feel worthy and capable? And last is how you're getting your needs met aligned to your inner values. Now, to reveal what's going on in your shadow and to start transforming it, you can check out our In the Shadow videos. The link is in the description box. Now, during this new energetic shift, the energy will be in gate 13 listener, and it will allow you to consciously interact with the energy of gate 13 listener to self-observe how you animate, use this energy so that you can determine how it affects your ability to make decisions and take actions so that you can empower your power of choice. So let me explain how this energy works. Now, each one of us animate, we use the energy of this gate differently, and this is determined on a few factors. The first factor is how the center is defined, and the second is whether the gate is activated or not. Now, to understand how gate 13 listener affects you, this is where you want to look at your human design blueprint. Now, gate 13 listener stores its energy in the identity center, and this center is part of the heart chakra. The identity center holds the energy of your identity, your sense of self, your sense of direction, and what you are here to give to the world. It holds your mission, your purpose, your assignment. The energy here also determines how you love and forgive yourself and others. The joy that you allow in your life, your self-management. Now, this center has connections to the liver, which filters your blood, and the blood embodies the joy and sorrow, the grief in your life, as well as it carries the memories of your ancestors, how they speak to you, and your right to love and be loved. Now, when it's defined, you own the energy and you influence the world with your energy because you know who you are, you know what you love, you know where you're going, you know your why, and you've always known this since you were young. Now, when it's undefined or open, you borrow the energy, which means you have access to experience different identities, different ways of love, different directions to go, different reasons why you are experiencing them. And this is due to how you're being influenced by the world. Now, because you are borrowing the energy, it is important to understand that your energy does not belong to you and that you need to release it in order to sustain the health of your joy, the blood that is running through your veins. Now, when the gate is activated, it is the specific energetic theme, the trait that you are consistently expressing. This is the way you are specifically using the energy to influence the world. And when the gate is not activated, then you are being influenced by this specific energetic theme, this trait, depending on who you are with and where you are. So therefore, being with the right people or the right place is very important. So let's take a moment to open your heart and feel the joy that is running through your veins. Now, your breath represents your spirit, and your spirit is either in the past, the present, or the future. And each breath that you inhale carries oxygen to your blood, your joy, and each exhale removes carbon dioxide out of your blood, your sorrow, your grief. So as you are sitting, place your hand on your heart chakra, which is located in the middle of your chest. Now slowly take a deep breath in to bring in joy, and then out to release your sorrow and grief, and bring your spirit to the present. Now let's breathe in again to bring in more joy, and then out to release your sorrow and grief. Now welcome love in with an open heart, and let love be your guiding truth. Allow your heart to be free from sorrow and grief from the past. Lay down your worries and awaken passion, empathy, beauty, and creativity. Now breathe in and then out. Allow pleasure and delight to flow through your body, and feel its warmth as it flows in you. Now direct the energy of pleasure and delight into your mind to take away the worry, the sorrow, the grief, and regrets. Continue to breathe in joy and then out sorrow and grief. Let forgiveness be your guide. By allowing forgiveness to guide you, you are not removing anyone from the actions that took place. No, these situations occurred. You are just acknowledging that their actions were their weakness, and your reaction was yours. And yes, you would like to see justice served, but it's not your job to punish them for what has occurred. The only one that's being punished is you. So free yourself from resentment, from anger, from guilt, betrayal, shame, and any other emotion that keeps you trapped in victimhood, and keep your heart closed. Continue to breathe in joy and then out sorrow and grief. Allow forgiveness to continue to guide you, to stop your mind from reliving your past situations, to stop you from constantly thinking about the past over and over and over again, to stop you from living in your shadow, and allow forgiveness to remove the attention, redirect your focus, and bring you into the present moment to pick up the pieces and create your life from where you are, right here, right now. Now continue to breathe in joy and out sorrow and grief. So what is your heart communicating to you? And are you listening? Now let's get into the energy of Gate 13 listener. Let me first start off by saying that all energy has a light, dark, and a shadow nature of being animated. This is how it's being used. And as I explain this energy of Gate 13 listener, you will start to understand how the energy of this gate expresses itself in its light and in its shadow, and how it affects your power of choice. Now, if you're interested in finding out what's hiding in your shadow, this is the doubtful, the worrying side of yourself, then check out our In the Shadow work videos. So don't forget to like, to share, and subscribe. Hit the notification button to be notified when a new video has been posted. Now, the energy of this gate is about listening, your ability to direct your mind and or energy to comprehend what is being communicated in order to direct you in your life. Now, this energy draws people towards you to provide them with direction as well, because you're viewed as an empathetic listener. This is due to you listening from your heart. Now, listening requires you to stay in the present moment so that you can figure out what is being communicated and so that you can use your power of choice effectively. So let's take a moment to reflect on a time where you were able to be present and was able to patiently listen to what was being communicated. What did you have to do to direct your mind and or energy to stay present? How were you able to understand what was being communicated to effectively use your power of choice? How were you able to use what was being communicated for yourself or others? Now, this is your example of what it looks and feels like when you are directing your mind and or energy. And this is an example of your power within and how you were able to use your power of choice effectively. And this is an example of you compassionately listening with your heart and trusting yourself to make a decision on what is being communicated that aligns to your inner values. Let's talk about how it animates in the shadow. When your power within is living in the shadow, this energy will cause you to worry. And this is due to you lacking trust in your expected results, and you look for the worst. Now, these unexpected outcomes occur because when you should have been directing your mind and or energy to listen with your heart to understand what is being communicated, you are hearing with your ears what you wanted to hear, causing you to misdirect your power of choice to make decisions and take actions. When your power of choice was living in the shadow, this energy will cause you to worry, and this is due to you lacking trust in your expected outcomes and looking for the worst. These unexpected outcomes occur because when you should have been directing your mind and or energy to listen with your heart to understand what was being communicated, you were hearing with your ears what you wanted to hear, which caused you to misdirect your power of choice to make decisions and take actions. Now, until you become mindful of how you are directing your mind and or energy and start listening from your heart, you will continue to be a victim of worrying and not getting the outcomes that you expect. So let's reflect on a time when you worried and your worrying caused you to receive an outcome that you didn't expect. What were you worrying about? And what was the outcome? Did you listen to your heart or did you hear with your ears? And how is this affecting your life now? And what truths would you have to accept to start listening from your heart? Now, this is an example of what it looks and feels like when you hear with your ears and not listen from your heart. This is an example of your power within living in the shadow and how you've used your power of choice from a state of fear, causing you to worry and abandon listening from your heart. And this is what it looks like going against your inner values. Now, in order to use the full power of your choice, you have to learn to trust in your ability to discern by using your full capacity, your intelligence to fully comprehend truth. And therefore, you can start listening with your heart and using your power of choice effectively to make the decisions and take the actions to receive the outcomes for your highest good. So the 6 major questions that you can reflect and journal as a conscious observer for the next 6 days are: 1. Do you listen with your heart or do you hear with your ears, and why? 2. How has misdirecting your mind and or energy cause you to worry and expect the worst? And what are 3 action steps that you can take today to be patient and start directing your mind and or energy when listening? 3, what choices do you have to make to start listening with your heart and why? 4, what beliefs contributed to the worrying and is causing you to abandon your listening to only hear and why? 5, what truths would you have to accept to allow yourself to stop hearing and start listening? And last, 6, is how you are listening aligned to your inner values? Now be gentle with yourself and take the time to reflect on the thoughts, feel into the emotions, and recognize the behaviors that are coming up for you during this energetic shift so that you can get an understanding of how you are using this Gate 13 listener energy to make decisions and take actions as you are on your self-discovery and healing journey. Now, if you're interested in diving deep into this energy and becoming a more conscious observer, then I invite you to grab your copy of the Power Within workbook, which includes journal prompts, affirmations, exercises, activities, and so much more to help you with strengthening your power of choice. You can grab your copy on our website. The link is in the description box. Also, please feel free to leave a comment to let us know how you are using the energy of this gate to empower your power of choice, to make decisions, and take actions. We look forward to seeing you in the next inner work session.